What is poppin', everyone? Welcome to another car talk. The first night car talk. Today, what I wanted to talk about is Ubisoft. Now, I know it's like a trend now to hate on modern gaming, to hate on Ubisoft, to hate on Activision. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be beating a dead horse in this video. But the only reason why I'm making this video is because Ubisoft fucked me over lately, and that's why I'm deciding to share it. Now, we're gonna break this up into 3 parts. First reason why Ubisoft sucks. Their games are pretty ass now. I'm not gonna lie. They're not ass. They're just the most average mid-game ever. Every single Ubisoft title is just mid. It's not great. It's not terrible. It is the perfect 5 out of 10. But what pisses me off about Ubisoft games so much is that every single Ubisoft game always has great potential. They always use either really cool maps or have a really cool setting or have an interesting idea, but they always fail on the execution. So, like, for example, let's take a few games, right? I mean, let's look at Far Cry. Let's take Far Cry 5. They bring in Far Cry to America, which has never happened before, and then had a really cool concept with the cult, the villains. The villains have always done beautifully. They always done a fantastic job on the villains in every single Far Cry game. But then they make the same game. When you play the gameplay, we've been playing Far Cry 3. It is basically Far Cry 3, just with a new color paint. Even Far Cry Primal, a game where you're cavemen, and it's still Far Cry 3. It is insane. And what do I mean by Far Cry 3? AI, dumb as rocks, is still clearing outposts. Well, you don't climb towers in Far Cry 5, but gunplay feels the exact same. Really, no innovation. It's the same game. Literally, it just reeks of no improvement, nothing. It's so let's take another franchise, Assassin's Creed. And I wasn't the biggest fan. No lie, I was not the biggest fan of the whole RPG element, where they made gear have a rarity to it. It didn't feel like Assassin's Creed. It felt like a different title. And I think that's the whole issue with Assassin's Creed, with these new games that they make. Like, ever since Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla, we're not even going to get into Mirage. And I'm not really going to get into Shadows, because 1, I never played Shadows, and 2, it looked kind of mid. Just saying. It's one of those, why would I spend $70 on a mid game when I could spend $70 on a good game? Right? Like, if I wanted to get a cool Assassin's Creed Japan feel, I would play Ghost of Tsushima. Maybe not the stealth elements as much, because I personally didn't like assassinating that much in Ghost. But I did love the combat, and I loved the setting and all that. If I wanted to play that, I'd just play Ghost. It's honestly the better game. But we're getting off topic. I wasn't the biggest fan of the whole RPG elements. It made no sense. Enemies having health bars for stealth kills. Why? You basically then just ruined the whole Assassin's Creed part of assassinating. If I can't even one-shot an enemy. Makes no sense. I had to always, when I was playing the game, I had to make a dedicated stealth build. I don't want to do that in an Assassin's Creed game. retarded. I shouldn't have said that word. No, I'll cut that word out. But regardless, Assassin's Creed, I would say, now, they do have very cool ideas, right? And cool IPs. One IP that I feel like they haven't really utilized is The Division. I plan to make a whole Division video. I don't know when, but sometimes, because that game, I do care about a lot, that game specifically, because of the setting, and I don't feel like they're utilizing the IP to its potential. I'll make that video a separate video later on, not a car talk on Division. It's not an actual dedicated video for it. But regardless, every game that comes out, mid. Skull and Bones was garbage. I don't know what they were thinking with Skull and Bones. I'm glad I didn't buy it. It looked terrible. Yeah, I think I've hammered on this subject enough. Their games are mid. They're not great. They're not horrible. Some are pretty bad. Like Skull and Bones is pretty bad. But a lot of the games are just very mid. Second reason why Ubisoft sucks is the complete and utter. It's almost like they do it on purpose to ignore the fans and to do the complete opposite of what we're saying every single time. Now, in a business standpoint, I do get in a way, right? Because when you think about it, I mean, we're buying the game. Consumers are still buying the game. They're still making billions of dollars and millions of dollars on their games. Like, Assassin's Creed Valhalla did not get positive reception. A lot of people didn't like it. But they still made $1 billion off the game. So, in a business standpoint, you got to think, well, why should we change? Clearly what we're doing is working. But, man, do they not. They just ignore everything. And it's so frustrating because fans constantly, we tell content creators, say what to do, what we want, and nothing. Nothing. They keep on just doing the same thing over and over again, just ignoring us, making shitty games, or updating games, doing the opposite of what we want in an update. Also, why Ubisoft sucks, and this is the part where it affects me personally, is their customer service is atrocious. It is atrocious. So, this is the story. I originally made my Ubisoft account with my dad, right? The email that my dad uses no longer exists. He ended up, it went under a different email, and then that email got used by a different person. So that email no longer exists. So, I contacted Ubisoft because I was trying to play Rainbow, and they needed me to reset my password on my Ubisoft. So I was like, okay, well, reset my password. They sent a link to that email. Well, that email doesn't exist, so how am I supposed to get the password to reset it? So I contacted Ubisoft. First of all, it took me a good 5 minutes to even figure out where their help center even is, because their website is atrociously made. And they have no dedicated number, so the only way to communicate with Ubisoft is through email. Terrible. Terrible. And it felt like AI responded back to me, not even a human. Which is it probably was AI, to be frank. Probably was AI. But I contact them, letting them, hey, I need to reset my email. I need to reset my password to play, my game. But the email doesn't exist. Can we change the email and, send it to a different figure it out. Help me fix this. What can we do? And basically, Ubisoft tells me, oh, we can't do anything. Yep, not our problem. And they literally just closed my case. They didn't even help me. After the first email, they said, we can't help you. We're closing this case. I could pull up. I'm pulling up the email. Bro, I was tight. You know what then they forced me to do? Damn near forced me to do, because I couldn't play the game. It wouldn't let me, if I didn't reset the password, it wouldn't let me invite my friends. Or I couldn't play ranked, because the reason they were resetting my password is because for some reason it got compromised. So I couldn't play ranked on Rainbow because my password was compromised. So I had to make a new account, and I couldn't cross progress it. So I lost all my data on Rainbow, on all my Ubisoft games. Maybe Division. We got to check out that. I got to wait till I get storage for that. But regardless, any data that was on that account is now gone. Now, what hurt me the most was For Honor, because I have over 2,000 hours on For Honor. I was overall rep in the 300s. And that is all gone. Down to 0. I'm level 1. That hurt, because I spent so much time and money on the game, and now it's all gone. Unless I get that account back, which I can't get because Ubisoft won't help me change the email. So now the next route is to try to get in contact with Google, who also has an atrocious customer service, and try to figure it out. I don't know. Granted, this is first world problems, losing progression on a game. And I get, some people are like, there's bigger things to worry about. Sure. But listen, when you put so much time into something just to lose it all, and over some stupid shit like this, really hurts. And I put money into the things too, which also hurt. So cut me some slack that I am upset that I lost my progression on the 2 main games that I used to play, especially For Honor. I loved playing For Honor, and clearly you guys did too, since my For Honor videos always did the best on my channel. So I'm tight. I am tight, because I had to unlink. The way it works is I play on my PlayStation. You have to unlink your old account and then link your new account in order to play Rainbow. But I can't do that. But doing that, I end up losing all my progression. But what pissed me off was they didn't even give me a chance they didn't even find any sort of way to help me out. They just closed my case after one email, which was ridiculous. And yeah, Ubisoft sucks. To say the least. They're garbage. That's about it. This is kind of a rant. I'll be honest. I'm just tight, because now I had to restart my progression, which is not fun. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my rant into beating this dead horse that is hating on Ubisoft. And yeah, see you guys. I'm gonna try my best to figure out this whole For Honor situation so I can get my storage back. We'll see. But anyways, later.